All right, so we're live. I haven't done those in a while. I've been busy, as a matter of fact, past few days. But I figured tonight's a good night to do a podcast about shadow tech. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Shadow redesigned logo, and they got the brand new staff, brand new CEO, and they got the brand new features, and they also have this new shareholder that's going to help them with the money and building a better servers and service. They're also going to extend the service to Canada and other countries. So Shadow, it's serious now. I think this is the Shadow that we've been looking forward to. So this time around, I think we're going to see Shadow truly change the way we look at PCs. Because let's be honest, building a PC, it's very expensive due to the today's economical situation, shortages of GPUs and CPUs, and of course you got the resellers, scalpers, all that above, puts a stranglehold on the customer, and then the customers has to resort to StockX and other places, and then they have to pay a ridiculous amount of reselling price, up to, like, just for a graphics card you're looking like 1,500 to 2,000, some cases $3,000 just for the graphics card, and then not to mention the CPU and other components. So building a PC, it's one of those things that has become very expensive business, if you will, or an expensive hobby, not just a business. Let's say you want to build a business. Even if you want to build a business, you're looking also at the very least like $10,000, $20,000 just to build some computers in the office. But thanks to the Shadow now, Shadow offers the business departments as well for those who want to use Shadow for their businesses if they can't, afford to build computers or buy computers. So Shadow is doing a lot of different things. So I want to talk about that a little bit in the podcast. Because Shadow, it's like it's this new big thing that's coming around the hill. It's just people don't know it yet. People don't see it yet. But I see it. I see what they're doing, and I like what they're doing, to be quite honest with you. And this will change everything. I think my prediction about 2031 will become true. This is where things are going to be going in the future. Even the portable handheld devices, I can see this going towards that. Because think about it. Building a PC, even building like a Steam Deck, it's all expensive. It's expensive to build those small GPUs, CPUs, to put the NVMe SSD. All of that costs money. If you can create something just as a screen, like a portable screen, that can run and operate an application like a Shadow, or let's say a PlayStation or Xbox or even Nintendo, there won't be any need for hardware to be built into that device other than just a necessary hardware just to run the application and the screen. And the rest of it will be done from a remote headquarters of that data center, whatever that data center is. So this is where I see future going. I see future going to this direction. So I don't know how many of you have actually have seen a Shadow latest presentation. But if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you guys go check it out. Hey, Brendan, I see you. Come on
Hey,
in.
what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Not
Ah,
much.
well, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff, especially with Shadow, dude. We got. Did you watch the latest Shadow
Video?
presentation?
Yeah, I saw it. That's sent you the link.
Yeah, I saw it too. I
Mama
was
Man
watching
sent me
it.
it. Yeah, Mama Man showed me it.
Yeah, it's very promising, man. I like the new CEO. I like the new vision that they have. I can see them being successful if they continue this path. If they stay to their promises. Right now they just have to deliver on their promise. The reason they didn't do so well last time is because they didn't deliver on their promises, and that's why there was a lot of flack, that they got a lot of backlash and flack because they didn't deliver on their promises. But now things are different, man. They got a new shareholder and they got a new CEO. They got a brand new logo. They got much better vision as to where they want to go. I see they got 3070. It's a pretty powerful GPU, man. 3070 is pretty good. RTX 3070 with the Ryzen 8 cores and I don't know how many threads. 16 gigs of RAM. Only for $14 you can upgrade to that. That's a pretty good PC, man. But you can run a lot of stuff, on that PC for sure.
I think it's gonna dominate.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a high end PC, bro. Like with 3070 and that Ryzen that they have with 4 threads and 8 cores and 16 gigs of RAM. That's a pretty good PC right there.
If I don't get the laptop, I'm gonna get the Shadow thing.
Honestly, with the power that you're going to be getting through Shadow, I don't think you're going to need anything else, dude. Honestly,
Yeah,
because
I'll do that then.
remember, with the GeForce Now, you're limited to what you can play.
Oh yeah.
With all of these other services, you're limited because there's even with Steam Deck, I'm limited to what I can freaking play. It's a great device, but I was like, damn, why am I so limited? Like, this kind of sucks, I want to play everything. Like, you know what I mean? Well, on the Shadow, I can play it on my phone. And I can play whatever I want to play because it's a PC, and I just need a 3 megabits internet connection to be able to do H.265 codec bitrate. For people who don't know what that is, well, that means that you're not required such a ridiculous amount of bandwidth to run a steady bitrate on the Shadow, even on your phone. So
Yeah.
that's very promising, man.
It makes my iPhone look good.
Well, it's gonna make everything look good, man. Here's the beauty about the Shadow: you are not limited to anything. They don't give a damn what you're using. Any kind of device, iOS, Linux, Windows, they don't care. Anything you can use, whatever device you have, will support Shadow, and you can take it with you. And you don't need a ridiculous amount of internet to run it either. So that's another beauty. And on top of that, when you get plugged into their application, then you can use their internet to download and run other things and upload other videos and do sorts of many different things you want to do. On the go, you can take it with you on your tablet, on your laptop, on your whatever. Even on your shitty laptop, like a 12-inch, 14-inch, whatever you have, some old Toshiba satellite. Think about that. You can run like a high-end PC on an old Toshiba laptop, like a satellite Toshiba laptop, right? I'm just using it as an example. So to me, this is pretty groundbreaking what they're doing.
I can't wait to get this. Probably.
Yeah, I was watching it today, and I was pretty amazed, man, with what they have and what they're going to deliver. So the only thing right now they have to do is they have to keep their promise, because the reason they had a lot of flack and a lot of criticism is because they were making those promises 2 years ago and nothing happened. So it left a bad taste in people's mouth. Now they have opportunity to deliver on that. If they can deliver on what they promise with this brand new renewed shadow uh, company that's been
Yeah.
bought, and they have a different shareholder, and the brand new CEO, brand new staff. Everything's brand new now, and I think they're serious. Like this CEO, it's serious. Like you can tell that this guy's serious. Unlike the other guy, whatever, he was like whatever, but this, like, you can tell that they're serious. They're going to do this seriously, and they're very committed because they have a brand new shareholder, brand new investors. They're going to help them, so that they're already taken care of financially. So if they can deliver this year and bring those brand new PCs, high-end PCs, to everybody, then I'll see them probably spiking substantially, much higher in subscription than all these other services. Because it's a computer, and you got yourself a computer, and you can play whatever you want to play. You don't have to worry about, can I play this, can I play that, am I allowed to play this? No. You can play whatever you want to play. The only
How
thing you
much?
can do,
What?
well, the pricing, it's still going to be $29.99, and then if you want to upgrade, it's going to be $14.99.
If you
But
get it now,
I
pre-orders, like right now, pre-ordering it, is it gonna be like
yeah,
twenty
like
nine ninety nine?
you can pre-order right now, and they're going to gradually, roll it out to people.
I'll do that
So
today.
yeah, they're also going to do Canada as well, and other countries. They're going to bring Shadow to Canada. So this is cool. Even Cameron can go ahead and try it out and check it out. So that's good news that they're going to be doing that as well.
That's nice.
Yeah. Now, like I said, the only thing they have to do right now is they have to deliver. They have to deliver on the promise that they made, on the promises that they made. If they can deliver on the promises that they made, then I'm telling you, I won't need anything other than Shadow, dude. I won't even need a Steam Deck, to be honest with you. Like, what for? I'll be able to just go ahead and use my phone. Put some controllers with the phone, and that's it. I'm being honest. Everything will be in my phone. How convenient is that?
That's
How
cool.
convenient.
Is LG gonna get Shadow? Because I want that.
Oh, they already have it. They already have it. Yeah.
LG has. I didn't know LG has it.
Yeah, but you have to download a certain update through USB stick, memory stick, and then you have to, update that firmware update. It's a bit of a hassle, but it works. I tried it. It's just I prefer to play on my NVIDIA Shield. I like to play my Shadow through my NVIDIA Shield. That's just my preference. I would suggest that you do the same. Yeah. You should use your NVIDIA Shield.
Yeah, I do have that.
Yeah. Download an NVIDIA Shield, man, because you can use a controller. You got that controller. Plug in a controller and a USB. It's so much easier. Yeah, that's why I use NVIDIA Shield. Yeah.
My pad and the wireless keyboard.
Yeah, that's why I use NVIDIA Shield. I use it for that reason, because it's it has the USB ports, and I can plug in my mouse and keyboard to use it, when I want to do something on the desktop. And then I can plug in my additional USB expansion hub, and I can plug in my additional controller, PlayStation controller, PlayStation 5 or Xbox controller. Or I just personally use Luna controller. Honestly, I've been using a Luna controller for the PC most of my time right now because I love it,
That's
man. It's
nice.
just yeah. It's a really nice controller, man. I love it. Yeah.
I think I
So
broke mine. Yeah, I broke mine.
I just saw that recently. I saw the whole presentation, and like I said, I'm very impressed, and I think people are going to be impressed as well once they start, seeing what Shadow is doing. Not right now, but probably by the end of this year. Like I'm hoping by October, November, I think they're going to realize, just like what Shadow is doing here. It's pretty freaking amazing. You got to remember
Yeah.
their server is going to be much, much higher. There's going to be a huge update coming out pretty soon. They're going to roll out the new user interface. Everything is going to be brand new. Even the logo, it's going to be brand new. So they're going to be doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
storage for your phone. 2
yeah,
gigabytes.
yeah,
$10.
yeah, yeah. They're going to have that too. They're going to have a business. It's called the Shadow Drive. The one you're talking about is Shadow
Yeah.
Drive. Yeah. And what's so cool about the Shadow Drive, you'll never have to worry about the hackers because they have the best crypted, security VPN to protect you from any kind of like cyber attacks and all that, which they operate all of that through their servers. And then they have Shadow Business, which is going to be for people who strictly want to use it for business, right? They're going to have much higher internet speed, and they're going to have obviously more, powerful PC for business purposes, so they can run whatever they need to run, So they're expanding their services. Their PC, their Shadow PC is really expanding for both gaming, business, and also
Pleasure.
yeah. Well, for like you said, pleasure or whatever. But the only thing you cannot do is you cannot use it for watching movies. That's something that they have specifically emphasized on, that you will not be able to use it for movies because you can use it for some other pleasure, whatever you want to put in there, right? But you won't be able to watch movies. Meaning you cannot go ahead and watch Netflix and Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus and Hulu. But if you want to go to Pornhub, they're not going to stop you. Like you can go there if you want.
I was talking about YouTube.
I hate to bring that up, but I'm just simply what I'm trying to tell people. I don't care where you go; that's your business. As long as you're not doing something illegal, then the Shadow might have to go ahead and go inside your computer to see what you're doing. If you're doing something illegal, and I'm not going to dive into what that is. If you got any brain cells, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're doing something illegal, then yes, they're going to go inside your computer to see what the hell you're doing. But they have to have a reason for that from the authorities. But if you're like going to watch a porn or something, they don't give a fuck. They don't really care. They're never going to check that, But the only thing you cannot do is you cannot, watch movies. That's because of the whole copyright thing, Digital Millennium Act to protect the artists, to protect studios because of bootlegging. Somebody might download that shit and then from a capture card and then put it out there and sell it or whatever. So they have to keep that, piracy, they have to actually protect and honor that code, which is the Digital Millennium Act, whatever, Protection Act for artists and studios. And that's why you cannot watch Netflix and Amazon and none of these things. But you know what? I'm not getting a Shadow to watch Netflix and all that shit. Because if I want to watch Netflix, I'll watch it on my Netflix app on my damn phone, right? And right? I'm not going to go through a Shadow to do that. the reason I want to get, the reason I have a Shadow, the reason I use a Shadow, it's to play these video games and take them with me everywhere I go. You know what I mean? And I can play them on my phone. All of them, I can play it. I can use it, and that to me, it's very unique that you're able to do that. You know. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
that's one of the reasons. Like Steam Deck. Listen, Steam Deck. It's a cool little device. It's a cool little device. You know what I mean? It's awesome and all that. But I feel like I'm limited. You know what I mean? I'm limited to what I can play, to what games I can play. I know you have to jump through some hoops to play certain games, but I'm speaking in general. You're kind of limited to the hard drive space and to many other things. It's not optimized. Doesn't work with this. Doesn't work with that, etc. With Shadow, everything's optimized for you to play, especially with this new Shadow that they have in mind that they're working on. So. I'm stoked about it, to be honest with you. I can't wait to see this new update, and I cannot wait to see how well it's going to integrate all together into this new what you call it, a Shadow headquarters that they have with the new servers. So they're going to replace the old servers with the new server because they got a new shareholder, and their new shareholder obviously is giving them the financial means to do so. You know.
That's Texas.
Hey, what's up, Mamba? Welcome.
Oh, hey,
I don't know. Can you hear me? Is he on? Yeah, I cannot hear you, Mamba. Just check your microphone, Mamba. So yeah, they're gonna have a brand new data centers.
So I'm probably no. I still have mine.
Yeah, don't cancel it, man. I would just keep it, dude. They're gonna they're gonna have a new data centers built because they got they're gonna have a brand new hardware to install. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. But I don't know if you can hear me. It must be your internet. I have the best internet no matter where I go. So yeah, basically, they're gonna have a much better servers due to the this new partnership that they have with this new server company. They're gonna build new data centers along with the brand new hardware that's gonna help, obviously, with much high-end PCs that they're gonna put in there. And those data centers will spread out, not just in the United States, but in Canada as well. So they're going to be focused also moving to Canada. So it's not just going to be limited to United States. Those servers will also be renewed and they will be rebuilt for Canada as well. So North America will be pretty much all connected. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So listen, man. I'm super stoked about it. I know this is a technical jogger. A lot of people don't understand like what we're saying here, but that's because it is a more like a technical talk. Because what they're doing is they are really using a much faster servers. In a layman terms, what they had before with Blade was like semi-decent.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. It was, doable, but it really, if you weren't closer to the data center, then, it really sucks. But now even if you're not close to the data center, you're still going to be able to have a top-notch quality, along with a much steady bit rate on that low latency that they're going to deliver to you through
Shit like
their,
Warcraft.
yeah.
You lose your life.
Well, that's why I never played the World of Warcraft.
You did it once. I was like shocked.
I did it, but I couldn't really get into it, man. You know. So Shadow right now, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to see what they're gonna do
Bro, I
in the
want
future.
Flight Simulator for that game.
I played it. I did. I don't know if you've seen my videos. I don't know if
Yeah, I've
people
been
here.
on your live stream. Yeah, I've been on your live streams.
I mean, I demonstrated what I was able to do. Not only was I able to do a 1080p or 1440p, but I also did ultra widescreen, 32 by 9, at like a 48 frames per second, which is pretty darn good for Shadow.
Yeah,
And
it's
I did
really
it.
good.
I mean, I have that video. I have that live stream. It's all there. People can go watch it. Um, and I was blown away. That's with what they had, with the boost, whatever that entry level that they have. You know, with a 1080.
Well, that's good.
All right, can you hear me?
And I can only imagine what we're going to be able to achieve in the future with this new technology, this new data centers and servers that they're going to be rolling out, man. This is going to be awesome, man. I know people cannot see it now because they don't know. I don't know how many of them are even aware of what the Shadow is, but I think they will know. They're going to learn probably by the next year. People are going to start talking about it. Hell, even Review Tech USA, I guarantee you, is going to caught his eye too, and he's going to be talking about it. And then it's going to break the ice, and more people will talk about it. That's how you roll the algorithm. That's how you break the ice. That's how you spread the news. You know, and then people get educated and they learn the difference between the old Shadow and then the new Shadow, and why it's a big deal. Uh, what's up, Mamba?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Mama,
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you just? Yeah, I can hear you, but let me see the volume. I think it's better now. Go ahead.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, I can't.
You can't.
No.
I heard him for a little bit. I heard him for a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, this won't be an issue when we do that podcast on 3:30 Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I had no idea what's going on here.
I don't know, man. I have no idea either, man. Let me see.
You can hear me though, good, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, how you been, Mamba? How you doing, brother?
I've been doing good, you know.
That's good. Glad to hear that, man. So, how about that Shadow, huh?
I'm excited, you know. I definitely think that there is a future, you know, that it's gonna have, for sure.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. Me too. I believe it because these guys, they're very serious, and I think that they're going to do a great job because they have a roadmap as to where they want to go, and they got the new shareholders helping them out, and on top of that, they have a new CEO, brand new staff. So I definitely see a future with Shadow for sure. You know.
Yeah. And not to mention that hard drive stuff that they working on.
Oh yeah, that too. Plus, hold on. Let me just adjust something here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, that's good. I just hear a little bit of echo. I don't know why.
Hold on, I think I might be able to fix it. Hold on.
All right. Let me see if there's echo now. All right, that's good. Mamba is working on fixing the delay echo. So we'll see what happens. No, I don't hear you at all, Mamba. Like, you gone to the abyss. Yeah, I lost you there. Yeah. I'll need you just to reboot again. So Mamba's going to go ahead and try to reboot. So if you guys haven't tried the Shadow, I think you should definitely go to their website. Check out the new Shadow. Check out the new features that are coming up. Check out their latest presentation, or you can go to Shadow Tech to Twitter page. Go follow them on Twitter, and you can learn more about this stuff. What is Shadow? Shadow, it's not a gaming service. Shadow, it's a cloud PC based service. And you are renting a PC, your own PC, that sits in the cloud. The only difference now is they got a brand new technology, they have a brand new partner, a new shareholder that's going to help them build a better servers, better service, more stable service, and they'll be able to approach more countries to offer this service. They talked about Canada being next, not just the United States, but Canada as well will have this service available as well. So they're working on, they have a roadmap, and this roadmap looks very promising. They also have a new CEO. They have a brand new staff. They even changed the logo. Logo is pretty cool. And the new user interface will be also different as well. That's going to be coming up shortly after, I believe, by the end of this month, possibly next month, will be a new update. Very hefty update. And you'll be able to upgrade for $14, $15 extra. You'll be able to upgrade to Ryzen, the latest Ryzen with, I believe, 4 threads, 8 cores, and 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM and 3070 RTX GPU, and that's a pretty huge step up from what they had. That's a pretty good step up, with that Ryzen 4 threads, 8 cores CPU with 16 gigs of RAM and 3070 RTX GPU. You'll be able to play 4K games. You'll be able to do ray tracing and so all sorts of different things with it. But they also have a business Shadow. They're going to offer something for businesses who would like to use the Shadow for business purposes. Uh, there you go. Welcome back, Mamba. Can you hear me? Yeah, we're having a trouble with with this melon. Man, I hope this won't be an issue on Friday. I really hope. Yeah, I cannot hear you, Mamba. Not sure what's going on.
Hold on. Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
It's very finicky, dude. I have no idea what's going on. First I was on my phone trying to do it, and there was an echo, and now I'm finally able to do it with my webcam microphone. But that's about all I can do for now.
Oh, you're using your webcam microphone. It's not bad. That's coming from your webcam.
Yeah, my HP. Well, no, not HP. Logitech 1080p camera.
Oh,
webcam.
that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good microphone, man.
Yeah.
From a camera, dude.
So it's only $50. This one, I like it.
Hey, dude. You could have fooled me. You could have told me it was $200. I probably would have believed you.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. Pretty good quality as well. So,
Yeah.
so what are your thoughts on? I mean, you've seen the presentation, right?
Yeah,
Of Shadow.
I saw it, and I saw what they came up with. Yeah.
And how do you feel like about the? I know how you feel, but like this is kind of like something that me and you predicted a long time ago. This is where it's going. But like the whole presentation, was it shocking to you that they're like making all these moves, um, or
No.
is it something that you expected them to do?
If they had to stay competitive with these graphics cards and all this other stuff, they had to stay competitive, and the only way to do that was to implement a new tier with the 3000 series or equivalent, you know.
Yeah,
And well, there you have it, and now you got the hard drive cloud storage that they're trying to implement in there, and I think that they're going to do a very good job on it.
me
Uh,
too.
I
Me
think that
too.
I think that this is destined to be a success. I'm being dead serious when I say that.
Me
Uh,
too. I mean, even the whole renewed logo and everything. You can say you can tell they're being professional. When you look at the old Shadow, it was just like a bunch of dudes making it, but now it's like a corporate. Now it's like a huge corporate, almost like an Apple, if you will, like
it
a very
does.
serious. Yeah, yeah.
It
It feels
feels
like
like that. Yeah, if it, you
no,
can
it
go
feels
ahead.
like a. I'm sure you're going to say the same thing. It feels like a more corporate, like professional service now. Like they're listening to what people are saying, they're listening to the feedback, and they want to be competitive. And I think that they have a heads up in front of everybody to expand. You know what I mean? And to dominate the PC cloud service in a way that even other companies might look at it, like Amazon and even Microsoft might look at it and say, you know what these guys are doing is pretty unique. We're a Windows company, we should do definitely something. And then you might have Sony jump into it as well, with their new PlayStation service, with PlayStation Now. They might look at this and say, this is interesting.
Yeah.
um, I think cloud. See, here's the thing, Mamba, and this is what I've been trying to tell people, but I know they can't see it because they're living in a now. This is the thing about people in society. They live in the now, and that's okay. I understand that. And when they live in the now, all they see is console, hardware, console, right?
Yeah.
But I don't live in the now. I live in what if 10 years from now, 20 years from now, right? I look at it like a trajectory, like a plausible trajectory of where we're going to be 10 years from now or 20 years from now. And looking at the cloud technology, I can easily see that being the 100% possibility because I know what cloud technology can do. I've tested it, both me and you and Brendan for 3 years now, right? Or more than that, like 4 years, whatever.
Yeah.
3.5 years. We've been testing it pretty much everything there is out there cloud-based. We tested it, and we know the cloud technology works. And we also know 10 years from now, this technology will just
Yeah.
blossom, dude. Yeah. So it's not shocking, honestly, but it's maybe a bit surprising how quickly they turn things around, to save the company. This is something that Stadia should be doing instead of riding the Titanic ship. God.
Oh yeah.
I hate I'm sorry I had to use that. Look, I still have Stadia service, just so you know. But I do have to say this as a feedback, like a SOS, Let's turn the ship around. You know what I'm saying? We can avoid the unnecessary icebergs. And this is what Stadia fans don't understand about me. I don't hate Stadia. I never said that. I'm criticizing it and giving them a feedback on what to do next. And Stadia and Google has the opportunity to turn that Titanic ship around and, go somewhere and to some island, on Tropic Island, regroup and think about outside the box. Hey, what we can do to make this Titanic ship better, right? And that's all I'm saying in layman terms. That's all I'm saying about Stadia, And they haven't done that yet, to be honest with you, Mamba. I mean, what's the latest on Stadia? Please tell me. I would like to know.
Crickets. That's it.
Yeah, and it's a mind-boggling. A company like Google, it's struggling. It's not a small company. It's a trillions of dollars net worth, right, worldwide, and it's mind-boggling that they're failing at this. That's what that's what boggles my mind. If Stadia was some third-party company like Ouya or Atari or whatever, I would understand that. I was like, okay, the small companies, they made an error and that's it. They cannot sustain themselves. I get it. Financially, they can do it. But we're talking about a Google, man. We're talking about a big behemoth, right? A juggernaut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, I don't understand what they're doing, And I look at Shadow, a company sold, it was about a few guys. They were with Blade, and then they got bought by another company. Now they have this other company with a new shareholder, and now they're renewing everything. Now they're changing everything. It would be kind of like if Elon Musk bought Shadow, hypothetically, right? Elon Musk bought Shadow, and now he is changing everything. So that's what happened to Shadow for people who don't understand. What's with the shareholder? Well, that's what it is. The company got bought, and now everything's being renewed, But I'm very excited, though. I really am, I know you are too, because look, I love my people asking about a Steam Deck. Listen, I like my Steam Deck. I like my companions, like a Nintendo Switch. I like all of that. I like it. I use it. But what's convenient also to me? When I can just bring my phone, Fold Z3, and do everything on it. That's even more convenient, don't you think?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man. It's about convenience. And again, the thing about Steam Deck is you're not required to get any additional controllers or any mouses or keyboards. Everything is there for you, and you don't even have to be connected to the internet to play the games. You just need to download them. Sure, there's a huge benefit on that. But it's a huge device. It's not a small device either. While the phone, like a Fold Z3 or whatever, you can put it in your pocket, take it out, and start, accessing your computer from a Shadow, right?
Oh yeah.
And you can do whatever you want to do on it, except watching movies, which I already have explained to people as to why. That's not, they won't allow you to do that. Meaning you cannot watch Netflix, Amazon, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, because of that Millennium Digital, Act, Copyright Act, right? DMCA, whatever. And so they have to honor that. Otherwise, they'll get sued, because somebody out there is going to be using a capture card to record those movies, right, and then put it out there on a Pirate Bay and shit like that.
Yeah.
But everything else you can do. It's a computer. Somebody asked me the other day, "Can you go to Pornhub?" I said, "Yes, you can. No one's going to stop you. Yes, you can, but you cannot watch Netflix, Amazon, and HBO Max and stuff like that." But yeah, if you want to go to Pornhub, do whatever. Shit, you want to go talk to some chick on the webcams and some webcam models, you can do that as well. They're not gonna bother you. They're not gonna spy on you. This is another thing people need to understand. These guys will not spy on you unless they have a reason. Meaning, if the authority tells them, like FBI says, "Okay, we need you to access this person's computer." And that's the only time. That's the only time that they would access to see what you got in there. What did you download on your hard drive? What are you watching? Shit like that, right? If they have a reason, meaning it has to be like a higher power, like a government or law enforcement, federal authorities, whatever, stuff like that. But they don't really give a shit. If you go to Pornhub and watch the porn movies and all that shit, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna check on you. Yeah. But like I said, you cannot watch movies from Amazon, Netflix, and HBO Max because of DMCA. But you can play any game you want. You can search anything you want to search. It's just like you would on your computer. You can run any program, photo editing program, music editing program, DJ editing software. You can use any video editor you want. You can run any kind of program you want, like you would normally on your own computer. And you can play any game you want. You're not limited. You can play whatever you want to play. And this is the huge benefit of Shadow. And you can take it with you.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how many people know this. Mamba, how many people are really familiar with Shadow?
Not a lot, because they stuck to their consoles fanboying, the consoles.
They're missing out, man. I think they're missing out, man. I really think they are, man.
I think that they're back. They're in. Shadow is back in. Shadow is putting some data centers in Canada and Austria, so maybe even Cameron could jump into it, because I think he has good internet.
I don't see any reason why he wouldn't, to at least give it a try for like a couple of months or whatever. Give it a try, and you can always cancel any time. That's the beauty of it. There's no contract. You can cancel anytime you want. But remember, when you cancel, you lose everything. They have to wipe everything out,
Yeah.
So people need to understand that. So be very careful before you cancel. Think about it. Take some time. Take some time to think about it. Don't do it right away. Yeah, you might regret it. Because maybe some stuff you put there, you worked on some stuff, and you didn't back it up right. All of that shit's gonna be erased. Now, you can also use the VR. That's another thing that they talked about. Dual screen VR and a much better color bit. Much better color accuracy. You're gonna have full 4. Color ability on that, pixel per bit on the color. So the grayscale will look much better. It's not going to look grayish and all that. It's going to look like the colors will be more vibrant. So you have that as well. On top of H.256 codec they're going to be using, So they're putting a lot of cool technology, man, into Shadow. And I wish that more people would go to their Twitter and check out their Twitter to watch that presentation to learn more about it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm stoked about it. I was pleasantly surprised to learn about it today. It was a pretty hefty presentation and way better than Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft isn't going to be good.
When the Shadow has a better presentation, man, than Microsoft.
Dear God.
Oh God, did we just piss off some Xbox fanboys? I'm sure we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, so that's as far as the Shadow goes. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be awesome. Like I said, for people who want to learn more about the Shadow, go to shadowtech.com, or you can go to Shadow on the Twitter. Just type in Shadow Tech Twitter, and it'll show up. The one that has the blue check mark, that means that's the real Shadow. That's the source. And you can go there and you can learn more about the presentation. You can click on the video there when you go to Twitter, and you can watch that presentation and learn more about it. For those of you who might be interested in Shadow. And that's at the right, Mamba. That's all they had to do. Just go to Twitter, type in Shadow Tech. That's it, right?
Yeah, Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow will show up, and you will see it. You'll see a brand new logo. Has a brand new logo, blue logo, with a brand new letters and all that. So
I like it. It
me,
seems a
yeah,
lot,
me too.
even the logo looks a lot more professional.
Oh yeah,
As you
everything
said.
looks more professional, which I like that. Yeah. So now switching gears from Shadow, because we already spent like an hour talking about Shadow. Switching gears from Shadow, have you downloaded? Have you purchased the Vampire Masquerade Sven song?
I haven't gotten the chance. I'm a little bit tight on money before I go to Italy.
Oh yeah,
So I'm still gonna see Top Gun though. That's one of
yeah.
my
Well, anyway,
expenses.
you can check out the live stream when I do it. On Friday after
Yeah,
the podcast.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
wait. Yeah.
yeah. You can watch it, and maybe it'll give you some idea how the game is. The game, it's really how do I put this? It's a type of a game where you got to pay a lot of attention. It's one of those games that I don't even know if people are going to enjoy it like through live stream. But if I just stream it without a party chat, if I just stream it and people just watch it, maybe I thought about doing it like that. Just let the game roll, and then you guys can comment and give your opinions on it. So that way you can hear the dialogue and you can see the different choices that you make throughout the game. Because it's kind of like, how do I put this? It's a mixture of The Witcher and Heavy Rain and Until Dawn. The only difference is, unlike The Witcher and Until Dawn and Heavy Rain, there's a lot of action, right? A lot of combat that you can do, a lot of explorations, right? This is not that type of a game. So I just want to kind of clarify to people, this is a limited exploration, linear exploration. This game, it's mainly based on kind of like a visual novel RPG with choices that you make. And those choices that you make will obviously have different outcomes on these different characters. One of the characters, it's played by Jessica Chobot. I'm sure you guys know who she is. She currently works on Discovery Channel doing different documentary TV shows and whatnot. So she's in the game as well. And it's that type of a game, basically, And if you're familiar with the Heavy Rain and Until Dawn, and even The Witcher, I think you'll feel right at home with this role-playing game. But I want people to know that it's not what they might have think about in their heads, thinking that this is going to be like some kind of open world, whatever, explore whatever you want to explore. No, it's very linear, very limited, but there's a huge replay value due to so many different scenarios. I don't know how many scenarios they have, but there's so many scenarios that you can play through these characters. There's two characters that I know of, Gable and then Rachel, I think. Like Gable and Rachel.
Yeah.
So there's two characters. And both of these characters, they're vampires, obviously. And they're in this fantasy underworld section of the Boston. It's like, you think of it like, you know how like there's a little Italy, there's like in New York City, you got a Chinatown, right? So a little province that belongs to the vampires, right? And this is where vampires are. This is where they operate. Da 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 da. So your job is to investigate the murders and all that. It's kind of like a True Blood, but with detectives, if you will. It'll all become much clearer when people watch the live stream. That's why I thought about doing a live stream without any commentary, just like let it roll, and then you guys can leave the comments, because I think this way it'll give you a much better idea as to what the game it's about, instead of me just talking over it or us talking over it, you know what I mean? Because then people are not going to pay attention to what's going on the screen. They'll pay attention to what we're saying, like right now. But if you're just strictly letting it roll and then you can see it for yourself, I think it'll be much better presentation for the audience to understand what type of game this is, or if it's for them or not for them, you know. So it'll be kind of cool to do that. Besides, the only reason I got it, it's because there is another game called Masquerade New York. That's a visual novel, and I love visual novels. You know me; it's like an RPG visual novel, and you can play that for free. It's included, and they got some extra goodies included, along with extra, you know, outfits and costumes and characters. Right, so. It was on sale. I got it for like $62.99. Normally it was like $70, so that's because of PlayStation Plus, you know. So I'll check it out on Friday for sure.
Yeah.
So I know that the reviews are kind of hit and miss. Everybody, you know, will have their opinions on it. The reviews are just opinions. I always tell people, you know. I mean, what are your thoughts on the game? Like, have you like look into it? Like, what do you think? You know.
I don't know. I mean, it seems okay. I mean, you know, I'm not really familiar with these kind of games as far as the Vampire franchise goes, so I'm not really one to, you know, judge too much, you know, on that these type of games, you know.
Yeah, but I like I like those type of games, to be honest with you. I like games like that, where different outcomes, different choices equals different consequences. I find that interesting. You know, it's one of the reasons what got me into Heavy Rain. You know, and I remember playing Heavy Rain like numerous of times, trying different you know, choices to see what I can do, what the outcome's going to be. They said in this game there's a bunch of different scenarios and Easter eggs for you to you know, to get even much higher replay of this game. So that's something I'm going to explore once I got the game. You know, I'll go through it and I'll share it with you guys. so you can see what it's all about. It's not for everyone, but let's be honest. How many vampire games do we have out there right now?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a story-driven game.
Yeah.
Like a Mass Effect. I would like. I guess you could. In terms of like dialogue and all that, definitely has the Mass Effect. Written all over it. Some people gave it a good score. Some people gave it a mediocre score. I don't expect anything from IGN. IGN always gives out whatever,
Yeah.
like shitty scores. But when it comes to like, I don't know, Master Chief having sex, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, man. The thing about the whole Halo is, I understand what they're trying to do. I understand why they're taking the direction that they're taking it in. It's a companion to the video game, basically. They're trying to explore this John character, 117. This, created by Dr. Halsey. They're trying to explore this John character, and you are basically learning more about him, his life, his journey. Yes, even him, losing his virginity, whatever. So you're learning about all of it. Yes, he made a wrong choice to have sex with a murderous Covenant, lady. But the guy was horny and he wanted to experience that shit. So I get it. I get it. I get what they're trying to do. It's like Pablo Schreiber says, which is a Liv Schreiber brother that's playing Master Chief. He says he's aware of the criticism. He's aware that there's a hardcore fan base out there, and he knows like the difference between a video game and a movie medium. A video game, the reason you don't see a Master Chief face is because they want you to feel that you are the Master Chief. So that way, if he takes off the helmet and you see somebody else, then you're not going to feel like you're a Master Chief. You're going to feel like some douchebag is playing him, So they wanted you to have that perspective. This is what the Bungie wanted to do. And that's what they did. To keep that perspective as you being a John Master Chief. And you are him. And you feel like you are him from that first person perspective. Now, this is not a video game. This is what Spielberg was trying to explain too. This is a movie, TV show medium. And here, you don't get to play a character. You now get to learn the biography and learn more about this character and the universe, which normally would be difficult to do that on a first-person shooter game. Otherwise, the game would be like a 600 hours or whatever, like the longest Metal Gear ever. So they're using this medium, this Halo medium, on a TV show to explore that. I'm kind of getting comfortable with Pablo being Master Chief, honestly. I'm used to it by now. It doesn't bother me, dude. Actually, if he quits, it would bother me. Think about that shit. Since I got used to him.
Yeah.
But he's not going to quit. He's already filming a second season, Now, this whole thing about him having a sex with a Covenant lady, you got to remember, he doesn't have a crystal ball. He doesn't know everything. He doesn't know what she really is, because it's not because she's going to tell him, hey, I have these superpowers. I can do this, and that, right? So she's using him. She's using him to get to the artifact, whatever. And I don't want to spoil the show, but it didn't. I watched it again. It wasn't that bad, So he had a sex, so it was more like a softcore, cheesy, whatever romance. It wasn't even like a hardcore scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a porno. He was banging her, and she was like, It wasn't like anything like that.
No.
It was just like in every movie that you see, a romance, right? Fuck, even in Fast and the Furious, Vin Diesel was having a little romance with a Brazilian chick, the blondie.
Yeah.
But no one complained about that shit, right? Because it's whatever. It's part of the movie, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I think the TV shows, you gotta give it you can't give up with this TV show. You gotta take it for what it is, and I think if people take it for what it is, I think they will accept it. It's what it's like. It's like moving to a new place, right? It's kind of like that, right? When you
Yeah.
move into a new place, you're not comfortable. You're gonna feel the same thing when you go to Italy. You're gonna feel out of place, like it's gonna feel kind of weird, at first, till
Yeah.
you get used to it. It's like anything else in life, man. Because you're getting out of your comfort zone and then trying to go into something else, and that's how a lot of fans are feeling about the Halo TV show. But I like it, man. I'm at episode 8. I finished it. I like it. It's good. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell people what happened, but a lot of interesting shit happens with Dr. Holsby, and you'll see.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna spoil it. Watch it. Go get a Paramount free trial. Plus, yeah. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. So we covered The Shadow. Talked about the Masquerade Vampire game, which I will be streaming on Friday around like 7:00. And then we're gonna have that podcast with Justin on 3:30 in the afternoon Friday. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully he can make it. Emma will be there. Cameron will be there. Brandon, you, and me. So it'll be interesting to deep dive into his company, and I'll be very careful the kind of questions I ask him. Without giving any sensitive information about his mission and what he's trying to achieve, because the type of job that he has with that company, it's a very dangerous type of job, so that's something that it's important to clarify. Anytime you're rescuing and helping human traffickers. I mean, helping the victims of human trafficking. Obviously, that's a danger because you were exposed to cartels and other mafia and other rings of crime out there that might be involved. So it'll be interesting to hear his perspective on that.
Yeah.
And this is serious stuff. Human trafficking, it's real. It's not fantasy. It's not a movie. It's a reality. It's happening. It's happening in Latin America, in Latin countries more than some other countries, especially in Mexico, obviously, Guatemala, Venezuela, other places out there, even parts of Brazil and Argentina. It's happening. Parts of Dominican Republic, Philippines. In the Philippines islands, you got human trafficking, sex trafficking, and of course in Europe, Balkan region. From Albania to Serbia to Kosovo to even Croatia and other parts of Europe out there. Human trafficking and Romania as well. Human trafficking, sex trafficking. It's a big problem, and even the place you're going to, Italy, it also has a problem with that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a big problem, and it's really surprising how none of these politicians seem to address this issue. I find it very bizarre. They barely ever mention it, right? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a priority versus, like inflation and the economy. I get that, and keeping our country safe and protected. I wouldn't put that above that, but I would still put, human trafficking and, sex slave trafficking as on that list. That needs to be addressed. I mean, it's a serious problem. A serious issue, especially on the borders, and our borders are now a joke. They made it so easier now for human trafficking, and it's just fucking ridiculous, dude. They can also use human trafficking to transport, drugs and other things. So it's this is something I want to ask him on Friday. I want to talk to Justin about this, and hopefully the podcast will go smooth. Hopefully we won't get flagged by YouTube. And I'm going to be very careful, with the questions we ask him and all that. I'm going to tell Justin, please don't give us any kind of sensitive information about something that might be, putting you in danger or others. Especially if you're working on something or a mission to rescue these, victims of human trafficking. That's basically what he does. He rescues them and gives them the path to rehabilitation so they can become, like a seeking asylum, so they can become a citizens, of this country, go through due process and all that, apply for the citizenship and, get with the program, through a private sector. And then, through private sector, they can go ahead and work on that green card. From the green card, they can work on becoming, a good citizen, law-abiding citizen, and then get naturalized when the time comes, which is a due process, so the whole due process they have to go through.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on Friday, 3:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be that podcast. And then we're going to have at 7 o'clock a masquerade, swan song. such a mouthful of a game, the vampire game. We're going to do that. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think about it, and even what I think about it, just playing it. So that's on Friday, 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, I'll probably try to finish this game, go through it and play it again and again to see what type of different choices there are, So
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. Today I did some videos on the Top Gun Maverick. I talked about that, and Tom Cruise got some questions from the journalists regarding the whole. Well, I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get him on that. Ooh, I gotcha, because he's the one who was actually yelling at his employees when he was filming Mission Impossible earlier this year during the lockdown in London, in UK, about the COVID situation. But I don't think that's really a fair assessment what they're doing to him. When he was getting mad about his employees not wearing a mask when they were filming the movie, it's because there was still pandemic out there. It was a lockdown, and he was worried. He didn't want the movie to get shut down, or the production to get shut down. Now they're saying, so now you want people to go to movie theaters, so you're not worried about the COVID-19. You know what I'm trying to say? They're trying to turn that shit around.
They're flip-flopping.
Yeah, to flip-flopping. But I don't think it's fair. I'm not trying to be here on a Tom Cruise defense, but I'm saying it's not fair because when he was filming the Mission Impossible in January, COVID-19 was still, there were still lockdowns. It was still there. It was in the air. And he was worried about the production of that movie. And he was worried about, people getting sick and then shutting down the entire production. Now, the pandemic has really kind of dropped down, and you can wear a mask if you want to. You don't have to. There's no mandate. It's up to you. It's like a condom. You want to wear a condom? Wear a condom. But there's a possibility you might catch a STD. Maybe, maybe not. You don't know that woman. You don't know that chick, who she slept with, what she does with her pussy. You don't fucking know where she put her mouth in. You want to take that risk? Go take that risk. It's up to you. But if you catch a, I mean, so